Hi everyone. Just to update you, we realise that we've been absent, and it's just a little update on us, on how we are and what's going on, and I pass over to Nikki now because I've run out of words to explain.
So from our last videos that we did way back, I think in November, so much has happened since then. You may or may not know that I was previously living in the UK, and then I moved to France, took the decision to move back and to move in with Steve, and that happened on January the 8th. I actually moved in with Steve on the 10th. And that was incredible because this was the first time that we'd actually set eyes on each other physically and been in each other's presence physically. And I drove up to their house and just walked in the house without ringing the bell, without knocking the door, and just walked in as if I'd just come home. And I think you felt the same, that I...
Absolutely, yeah. And I walked down to the kitchen. I'd heard a car outside, and Nikki left Confalon, so it was going to be 20-25 minutes until she arrived. And I heard a car, so I thought I'll go down, just investigate. I didn't expect it to be Nikki, but there she was, just walking in the door. And I said, "Oh, hello!" And it was really such a feeling that we'd been together before.
Yeah, like I just literally come home shopping.
Yeah,
it was incredible. It was, normally if that happens, if I had arrived at somebody's house that I didn't know, I would have obviously waited till they opened the door, and I think there would have been a major surprise of, and this was just like, it wasn't that at all. We'd always known each other, and since that moment, it's been phenomenal. People have, been quite shocked the fact that I've changed country and moved in with somebody that I hadn't actually met. And understandably, completely, and it's just been so, as you keep saying, seamless. It just flows, and our lives have just integrated perfectly into one.
Completely, yeah.
It really is, yeah. I think neither of us feel any of this feeling of two lives of trying to fit in with the other one.
Yeah, there's no awkwardness about it at all. It's all very,
fluid
yeah. Well, we finish each other's sentences, and you'll find that a lot. It's complicity, and it's at its most sublime, and our connection is so deep that it defies description.
Yeah.
So.
And it's beyond any other, relationship I think we've both come across. This is something else, and it's so much you read about twin flames. It's not a relationship; it's a union, and I think that really sums it up. That we're in unison. There's no line where Steve ends and I begin, or where I end and Steve begins. It's just this unity.
Yeah, and the synchronicities between us. It's just crazy.
Completely crazy.
We don't believe it ourselves, do we?
No.
So it's hard to convince you.
And it's not normal. People say, we all get synchronicities, but this is, I think it's on a different level.
Absolutely, yeah, it is.
It's for us, it's real signs from the divine, from universe, whatever you want to call it, from our higher selves, that we're completely on track, and we feel totally guided, as if we're not in control of any of this.
That is an absolute fact. We kind of don't feel that we're in control of this. It's it's meant to be, and we feel that it's meant to be. We felt that from the beginning. A couple of weeks ago.
That's what's really weird.
It is weird.
I've only been here 2 weeks.
Yeah. And yet we feel that we've lived.
Forever.
I couldn't put a time on this.
No.
It's timeless.
Completely.
And it feels that we've been together forever.
And I think that's also the fact that it's so intense that every minute feels like a day.
Yeah.
and so much happens that not, people don't know that's not a long minute. It doesn't mean it's a long minute. I mean, that so much happens within 1 minute.
Yeah. And for us, each day is such a blessing. Genuinely, we're grateful for every second of every minute of every day, and there isn't such a thing as time for us. Right. It really doesn't exist, and yes, the togetherness, the complicity, the
telepathy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're finishing each of the sentences with most ridiculous, unpredictable words that come out we say at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, how did that happen, And it's, I know telepathy happens in couples, but in couples that have probably been together a long time.
Yeah. I think that is it. It's a learned telepathy, but this is, we already had it. We had it.
Yeah, we did.
Long ago.
We did before we even met.
Yeah, and I mean that says it all really. That how long has it been? Dates? What?
We actually connected properly. I think that the moment we actually really opened our hearts to each other was on the 10th or 11th of November. I know. It's just like, what? I think we shocked ourselves the day when we realised, well, it's only been 2 months.
Absolutely.
We've actually, and then I've only been here 2 weeks, and there's always, I mean, there was a day I walked out in the garden and said, Steve, this is really weird because it's so beautiful, and I was waiting for this shock of thinking, oh my God, and I'm thinking, but I've always been here. It just feels like I've always lived in this house. And
me too. There are none of the little moments of awkwardness where, you don't feel at home in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
Quite. There's been none of that. I felt completely at home with Nikki here, and I'm sure that she feels the same. Well, I know she does. And I think that's a lot of it as well, that we understand how each other's feeling.
Yeah.
And that's it's quite an amazing thing.
I mean, when you move in with somebody, there's always this awkwardness of, for them to make space for the person moving in, for fitting in. But this was just like from the word go. It's like, right, I'm home then. So what should I get cooking on? And it was just like, it's apart apart from that, there's so many other things that's going on an energetic level, and we know we're being guided along a path, and Steve has these visions, and that to me, Steve is really like my guiding light. That he's guiding me along this path, that we're walking together, and he's showing me the signs, aren't you? And we're just going along with it, and he's receiving the messages, and I'm implicating them, and we're working as a team.
Yeah, and it is teamwork, it really is. And I don't see myself as a guiding light, but I more as an aid, if you like.
So much more than that. So much more.
we can't really explain this.
No.
But
I've always said that Steve works very closely to the ground, obviously being, with a shaman, and very close to the earth energies. And it's like he receives messages through him, and I'm very much, with the air, with the angels, with divine. And it's like it comes through him and it comes out through me. And it's this endless circulation of
where one begins,
information and guidance. Of one begins one,
So, all we can say is that we're still discovering, and
I don't think we'll ever stop.
I don't think that process will ever stop, because we are so close that it's uncanny. It really is.
The thing, about twin flames, whether people, believe it or not, it's just what we live, and it just happens to be something that seems to fit. But the idea of a twin has really kind of, I think it hit us last few days of how similar we are, and how this connection that normal twins have, that we almost have.
Yeah.
We're in this bubble of oneness, and people have commented on our likeness physically, but it's also emotionally, spiritually, energetically, on every level. It's there.
Yeah. So we look forward to doing another update, because every day is a new experience, and we're finding that it's like a maze where there are different rooms, and one day leads to another room, and it just continues on.
Yeah.
So each day we consider how fortunate we are to be on this journey together, and we look forward to the next day, and it's such a joy. It is such a joy.
Yeah, and I think from that, I think there's going to be so much to share to the world about our journey, and I think what's coming for us and through us to help and to guide other people. I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah, and we feel very much feel our energies, our gifts, as you will, are expanding because we're so open. We talk all the time, and we're discovering new things all the time.
Yeah.
About each other, about ourselves as a couple, and the world in general. So, it's a beautiful journey.
And as you said, that our gifts have been amplified and increased, and at the same time have been combined together. That I really think that we're going to have in some way. We've both been on our own energetic and spiritual paths. And now these two paths are combining into one path that we're walking along the road, hand in hand. And how that's going to look, we have no idea. No.
But we're looking forward to it. Yeah, we have merged. Our souls have merged, and that's a beautiful thing.
There's no words.
There are
bliss.
No words. Yeah,
bliss is the only thing that fits.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you for bearing with us and listening to our update, and we look forward to the next one.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing our journey with you and your journey with us. Thank you.
Yeah, love and light to you all.